This is Charlie Mike, the podcast. Veterans helping veterans, talking about things happening in the veteran community, things we've experienced and overcome, such as addictions, PTSD, depression, legal trouble. And we also promote veteran-owned businesses. If you're talking about it, we're talking about it. This is Charlie Mike, the podcast.
What's going on, everyone? Nope, let me start over. Yo!
Thank you.
What's going on, everybody?
We are live from Pearland's podcast studio. Man, that sounds cool, bro.
Yeah, as y'all always know, I'm Raul, and that's William.
What's going on, y'all? Glad to be here. It is Go Texan Day right here in Houston, Texas. And so, I had to cowboy up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you got your boots on, so at least,
Man,
there's that.
You know what? I took them off. I'm barefoot right now.
So it's still the 24th in February, and the Houston Rodeo is right around the corner. And last week we came on real quick, just kind of introduced ourselves, share the page. This week and last week we said that we're going to try and do this more often. So this is your Friday recap with Raul and William. Kind of like that. It's not too bad.
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So what we're going to do is we're going to come on here on Fridays and just give you an update of things that happened throughout the week and things that we got coming up. So what we did this week was finalize a lot of paperwork. We made sure things were on the up and up as far as the city, permits, things of that nature. We really didn't have an issue. There was a small issue, but it was things that were taken care of. And we don't have the city's been great to work with. Yep. And real easy to work with. I just yeah.
So thank you, City of Pearland.
Yes.
I know there can be a lot of hurdles that come about at times that other businesses can face, but we're not serving any food. So one of the biggest things that we had was like, make sure you have a water heater, and ours wasn't around. So we had to solve that problem. And it's just, it can be frustrating and deflating as a business owner to say, crap, there's one more thing that we have to spend money on before we even open.
Yeah, we definitely spent a lot more money than we intended before even opening the doors. It a little frustrating, but a lot of that wasn't on our part. It was due to be completely honest, the property owner. Yeah. And I'm not gonna
sugarcoat it.
Yeah, it is what it is. And if we would have if we could have, we would have done things a little bit differently, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
It's something that we strongly believe in, and here we go.
Yeah. So so as you all know who have been following us, Charlie Mike is continue
and that's it. So we're coming. So we're actually having our grand opening. Our grand opening is gonna be Wednesday, March 1st, right here at the location. So we're gonna just basically a sneak and peek is what we're gonna do for the March 1st. You come in between the hours of 4 and 8 and just check out the studio. We show you what we envision and what we're doing. You take a peek. And around 5-ish, we're gonna actually do a ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
So around 5-ish, we did a little in the evening so that our kids could be here. Our kids are still students here at the great city of Pearland.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to make sure they were here. So that will be around 5.
Yeah. Probably a little later because knowing my family, they'll be late.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it.
Yeah. It's funny. I share that a lot. Like, hey, if you ever want me there, I'll be on time. You want me and my family? Not happening.
Yeah. And my I told my brother it was Tuesday, so he'll be here on Wednesday. So
Hey, we're still waiting for you at Miss Norma's. So come
Miss
on by.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
and that's our phone ringing, which is phenomenal because it's live, right? And that means that we are open for business. Speaking of open for business, we actually had a few guests here last night, and man,
I'm gonna fight you with this phone, bro.
it's not. I should have closed the door. That's my fault.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So we actually had a few guests last night, mostly friends and close family come in, and I gave them an introduction of some of the tools that I have in a leadership aspect. We shared 2 tools. We shared the support challenge matrix and the 5 circles of influence, and I think it went really well. Everybody hopefully took everything from that, took something from that, and it was, I would say, almost like my coming out party. Like, hey, you know what? This is what I'm capable of. I do like giving workshops. I have things to share, and it's something that
Exactly, man. And the information that William gave us last night was very useful. I like the way that it was given to us, the class. Um, and man, it was a lot of it made you think. So I like it. And as you know, I'm also attending the things that William has to offer, and it's a lot, yo. So I'm excited about it, as well as you should be.
Yep.
And you're trying to become a better leader, become a better father person. Everything these courses are gonna affect and help,
Mhm.
and we're grateful for that. Man, I want you to do me a favor and talk a little bit about this podcast you got coming up.
We'll record some more, and then our very first guest will be the City of Pearland's Mayor, Mayor Cole. And I'm grateful for you to come on the show. I'm looking forward to it. So if you have any questions around leadership or any other guest that you're interested in having come on and be interviewed and share their story, send them my way, William at Charlie Mike the podcast. Or if you're interested in just get in touch with the studio, you can. It's info at pearlandpodcaststudio.com. Um, it's going to be fun. Raul will be more in the backdrop, but he gives me plenty of ideas and critiques.
A lot of criticism.
You know, we're all humans. We all make mistakes. We all face adversities, and I would really want to share that story. Being a veteran, clearly we have our own issues, our own challenges that are unique to us, but those challenges aren't unique to the human race. We just face them in a different way.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Charlie Mike the podcast still. We're gonna have different guests, but along the military aspect with that podcast. So that'll be business owners, more about overcoming obstacles than anything, because that I feel like that's where that needs to go.
Mhm.
But William also has, like he was saying, this podcast where he's going to talk about business owners and different things in the city of of Pearland for right now.
Right.
So you should be proud of that, bro. And your first guest is going to be our amazing mayor of the town, which is pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm absolutely grateful. I take that. I receive that. Right. I am proud of that. You and I have been working on this, and I mentioned it to you for over a year ago, and I feel like it's been slow building. Been practicing my craft, my communications, my questions, and I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm excited for it. So if you have anyone that you'd like to see come on, if you hear any stories that you want to cover, like, let us know. And then for Charlie Mike the podcast, one of the things we did this week is we went live over at Combined Arms so that we can help broadcast that message for Next Stop. They had an employee readiness fair, and that was phenomenal. There's just Charlie Mike is becoming more and more of a media company. How do we help broadcast your stories? How do we share our perspective on that? Because Raul and I are just a couple of guys who have a vision of making our community better. Starting here, clearly within the veteran community, moving out to the Pearland community, Houston. It's like, I just want to create change for the others and show them that, you can do better. We can all do better. I've got plenty of ways to go still. But
yeah, definitely. Don't we all, man? But that's what we're coming to you with. We're excited about where we're gonna keep going. Like I said, Wednesday is the grand opening and ribbon cutting. So the way you book appointments to come in. So we have right now we have 3 different setups that you can come in and record and use our equipment. Now, so you would schedule an appointment online at pearlandpodcaststudio.com. So you can actually even get on there and ask for what's the word?
Consultation.
Consultation. A consultation, and then we can we'll meet with you and figure which avenue of approach you want to attack, and we can get it going. If you want to be more of a social media person, or you want to start the podcast, you want to grow your podcast, you want to, just anyway, we can show you the things that work and the things that don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're excited about. This didn't happen overnight, and it came with a lot of failure and a lot of life lessons. People ask me how we learned everything that we learned, and to be completely honest, trial and error. We started, like I said, we started the podcast, and I was like, you know what? I wanted to do a podcast with him. And I think I told you this story 100 times. I went to Barnes and Nobles and I got a book, how to podcast for dummies. And then that's how it all started, man.
Yeah.
It just took off, and we got a good routine, got good growth, and we just continue to do what we do.
Yep. And I think it's important for y'all to understand too, like, you got to have clear goals. And for us, it's just to impact the life of at least one veteran listening. And that was the point of the podcast. And it's evolved over that. We still believe in that, like sharing the resources, sharing the stories so that one other person can relate to that individual. And in your story is the same way. Whatever you're passionate about, this market is not oversaturated. This market needs to hear your story. They need to hear your perspective. Somebody out there is waiting for you to share, because the way you say it and the way I say it are going to be different. And folks are going to be attracted to me, but folks may not like the way my mustache looks, which pity on them. But folks may not like the way I sound, but they want to hear the story from you. It's like our kids, right? I reference our kids a lot, but when I tell them something, they don't listen, but they hear it from someone else and they're like, "Oh, that's what you were saying, Dad."
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, "Yes, that's what I was saying." Sometimes you got to hear it from a different voice. So don't think that because we have a podcast where we're doing these things, that means that you can't. There is plenty of room for all of us to have our podcast, because podcasting is just growing. Even if you don't want a podcast, just to sit here and create an hour's worth of content by going through questions, by going over a script, brings you that credibility. Raul said where he started was with nothing. He started with the book. But when I saw him and I met him, I said, this guy is becoming an expert in his field in podcasting. And he was doing it for a year. He was a year ahead of me. And I saw him as the expert because he went through the reps. And that's because I seen them on video. You can have that same expert feeling by just putting yourself on video and letting us record it. Then we can go through the social media stuff. We can chop it up. You can distribute it. But you being on camera, speak behind a mic, it adds credibility to your business or whatever subject that you want to talk about.
So if you're interested in Jesus, in our clothing line, also our apparel side, as you can tell that there's a link at the bottom right here, and it's a QR code. So be sure to support us, because I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. We give a lot of money back.
Raul and I are interested in growing the message of continue mission. And so when you support us, you're helping us continue that mission of spreading that awareness. And you're right. Right now, that's our main revenue. Yeah, there you go.
Marcelo said nice studs.
Yeah.
Stetson.
Whoop, whoop.
My favorite Army vets.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Was he the first to comment?
He was.
Dang it. Good job, Marcelo. We appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to get you back on, Marcelo. I got to get you on.
Well, he decided to leave this great city of ours to go out there and
do other things for other great cities.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No,
so truthfully, we've redid some of the designs as well. So when you see Charlie Mike, you'll also see it says continue mission, because that's what Charlie Mike means. So if you're interested in supporting us, share the page, Pearland Podcast Studio. Like, that's the best thing you can do for us, is share the page. And if you really want to put your money where your mouth is, buy some shirts.
Yeah.
Buy some hoodies, I absolutely love the hoodies.
Again, you guys are more than welcome to stop by anytime you want. We're here. Marcelo, you're my man. He said I'm buying one. So definitely stop by, say hello, say what's up, and let's figure out how to get your momentum on social media even greater. If you sell cars, if you sell houses, if you sell drugs, just whatever.
Prescription drugs.
Yeah. I meant pharmacists. Yeah.
Natural remedies. Eastern medicine is really big.
Whatever it is, let's grow your audience. So be sure to come and check us out. We'll be here every day.
Pretty much.
All day.
Yeah.
So we appreciate y'all tuning in, and thank you. Be sure to scan that QR code and head over to the website and buy you something nice. If you are a veteran, military, first responder, be sure to use your GovX account and save yourself 20%. 20%. And if you don't like free shipping and you don't have a GovX account and you just want free shipping, use the promo code Charlie Mike.
And man, bringing it back.
Man, we appreciate it. Is it not on there no more?
No, we haven't been broadcasting it that much.
Yeah,
so don't forget, free shipping.
Yeah, remind me to check on that, by the way.
As soon as we hop off, we'll check it on it.
Yeah, so I hope there's free shipping. No, but we appreciate you guys, and thank you. Man, next week we're coming.
Yep.
Guns a-blazing. So y'all be sure to check it out. We got a lot in store.
Amen.
And as always, Charlie Mike.